RETs, internal conflicts within the Krell military structure, fracture lines in their seemingly impenetrable invasion strategy. Each revealed detail was a potential weapon. The communication hub trembled, not from external force, but from the sheer technological energy being channeled through its damaged systems. Synchronization complete, Hana reported. For a moment, everything went silent. Then the entire communication network erupted in a cascade of technological chaos. Krell patrol ships suddenly lost coordination. Their advanced scanning systems flickered and died. Navigation protocols collapsed. It wasn't destruction, it was disruption. Ji-Woo's modified shuttle, cobbled together from salvaged mining equipment and Krell technological fragments, stood ready. They had created a digital Trojan horse that would allow them to transmit critical intelligence to the nearest human defense fleet. 3 minutes, Yun-Ji calculated. That's our window. The biochemical agent worked perfectly, not killing, but temporarily disabling the complex neural networks that controlled the Krell's advanced technological systems. It was a solution that spoke to human innovation, finding a way that didn't require total destruction. Hana watched, with a mix of technological precision and something almost resembling emotion. She was witnessing the very thing her species had never understood about humans, the ability to find unexpected solutions. The communication hub became a symphony of technological rebellion, human ingenuity, alien technology, a perfect fusion of survival and hope. As the first transmission began to stream, Ji-Woo looked at his companions, Yun-Ji with her medical precision, Hana, the alien who had become an unexpected ally. They weren't just surviving anymore. They were fighting back. Thanks for listening. The first light of dawn broke across the shattered landscape of Proxima 9, painting the destroyed colony in hues of hope and desperation. Ji-Woo's modified shuttle hummed with a delicate balance of human engineering and stolen Krell technology, its systems barely holding together. Distant space became alive with movement. Human defense fleet ships emerged from quantum jump points, sleek, powerful vessels that represented humanity's last desperate response. Their quantum communication arrays blazed with the intelligence transmitted by Ji-Woo, Yun-Ji, and Hana. Incoming transmission, Hana's damaged communication implant crackled. Her voice carried a mix of technological precision and something remarkably close to excitement. The first defense ship, UES Resilience, broke through the planetary atmosphere. Its quantum pulse engines created rippling waves of energy that made the entire colony vibrate. Specialized boarding modules deployed, scanning for survivors with advanced quantum resonance technologies. Ji-Woo's hand tightened on the shuttle's navigation controls. Years of mining colony maintenance had transformed him into a pilot who could navigate impossible scenarios. Yun-Ji monitored their biosignatures, ensuring they wouldn't be mistaken as threats. Transmission confirmed. The B. Ship's AI announced. Proxima 9 intelligence package authenticated. Their hack had worked perfectly. The detailed Krell communication network vulnerabilities, the complex neural disruption strategies, the internal conflict data, all transmitted during that critical 3-minute window. Hana watched with a complexity of emotions her species rarely experienced. She wasn't just a defector. She was a bridge between two civilizations' understanding. The Defense Fleet's initial scan revealed something unprecedented. Their transmission hadn't just provided tactical information, it had exposed fundamental weaknesses in the Krell's invasion strategy. Massive holographic displays flickered across the UES Resilience's command center. Technical officers analyzed the data with increasing excitement. This wasn't just survival intelligence, this was a potential game changer. The Krell communication network has multiple internal conflict zones, one technical officer reported. These transmissions suggest systematic vulnerabilities we've never seen before. Ji-Woo's modified shuttle entered the primary docking bay. Emergency medical teams rushed forward, their quantum-enhanced medical scanners working overtime. Yun-Ji's medical knowledge and Hana's unique biological structure created an unprecedented medical scenario. "We're not just survivors," Ji-Woo whispered. "We're something more." The colony that was once a battlefield now became a symbol of unexpected cooperation, human technology, alien insight, a perfect fusion of survival and hope. Defense fleet commanders gathered around their transmission analysis. The data revealed more than just tactical information. It showed the complex social structures within the Krell civilization, something no previous intelligence had ever captured. Hana's presence became more than just a survival story. She represented a potential diplomatic breakthrough. The Krell aren't a unified military force, she explained to the stunned commanders. They're a complex society with internal conflicts, different philosophical approaches to expansion. Her words carried the weight of revelation. Specialized xenolinguistic teams worked overtime, translating and analyzing every fragment of information. The transmission wasn't just about survival, it was about understanding. Outside, the first human reconstruction modules began deploying. Advanced nanoconstruction robots started rebuilding the destroyed colony, turning destruction into potential. Ji Woo looked at Yunji. Their survival wasn't just about themselves anymore. They had changed the entire trajectory of human-alien interactions. The UES Resilience's quantum communication arrays continued broadcasting. Their story of survival, unexpected alliance, and hope would become a legend. Hana watched the reconstruction efforts. For the first time, she understood what her species had never comprehended about humans: adaptation, hope, survival, not through destruction, but through understanding. The dawn of a new era had begun. Thanks for listening. Honji, he whispered into the communicator, we've got a situation. His sister's response was immediate. Are you crazy? A Krell in our hiding space? The logic was sound. The risk was extreme. But something about Hana felt different. Her technological implants suggested she was more than a standard soldier. Her communication patterns hinted at a complexity beyond simple invasion protocols. Ji Woo made a decision that would change everything. I'm bringing her back, he said. Firmly, the maintenance chamber seemed to hold its breath. Mechanical systems hummed. Distant patrol ships continued their methodical searches. And in this moment, the future of two species balanced on a single act of unexpected compassion. Thanks for listening. The narrow medical bay of their hidden sanctuary felt more like a technological crossroads than a treatment center. Hana lay on a makeshift examination table, her complex biological mechanical systems exposed under Yunji's careful scrutiny. Specialized nano-repair tools danced across her wounded exoskeleton, bridging the gap between human medical technology and alien physiology. Ji Woo watched from the corner, his engineering mind racing with curiosity. The Krell communication device they'd salvaged from Hana's systems flickered with encrypted data streams, fragments of conversations, mission, logs, and something that looked suspiciously like internal communication conflicts. She's different, Yunji muttered, adjusting a quantum-linked medical synthesizer. These implants, they're not standard invasion protocol. Hana's eyes, a swirling mix of organic and technological components, tracked their movements. Her language translation system worked overtime, converting complex alien thoughts into fragmented human speech. Not all Krell believe, she said slowly. The words carried weight beyond their simple structure. Expansion, destruction. Not everyone agrees, Ji Woo leaned forward. The maintenance tunnel around them felt like the most unlikely place for an interspecies diplomatic revelation. Emergency power systems hummed softly, casting a blue-green light that made their conversation feel almost surreal. Hana's communication began to flow more freely. The Krell weren't a unified force, but a complex society with internal struggles. Some viewed human colonies as resource zones, others saw potential for something more. Her own position was precarious, a scout who had begun questioning the fundamental principles of her species' expansion. Your technology, Hana pointed to Ji Woo's modified communication array, unexpected, adaptive, different. It was more than a compliment. It was a recognition of human potential that most Krell commanders refused to acknowledge. Yunji worked carefully, her medical skills pushing the boundaries of cross-species treatment. Each nano-repair module was a delicate dance of human innovation and alien biology. The medical equipment they'd salvaged from the colony's emergency stores was never designed for this. Yet, here they were, bridging impossible gaps. Outside, their hidden sanctuary, Krell patrol ships continued their methodical search. Each pass could be their last. Each moment of discovery could mean total destruction. "We have 3 days," Giwu calculated, reviewing the damaged communication modules. Maybe less before they do a comprehensive sector scan. Hana's technological components pulsed with an internal rhythm. Her damaged communication systems began, revealing deeper truths, internal conflicts within the Krell military structure, fracture lines in their seemingly monolithic invasion strategy. "Not all want war," she repeated, but this time the words carried a different weight. Ji-woo recognized something familiar in her voice. The same desperation they felt, the same desire to survive beyond the immediate conflict. Humans and Krell weren't so different after all. The maintenance tunnel transformed into an unlikely war room. Scattered holographic projections showed Krell patrol patterns, colony defense systems, potential escape routes. Hana's insider knowledge merged with Gi-woo's engineering skills and Yunji's medical precision. They were no longer just survivors. They were becoming something else entirely. A plan began to take shape, not of destruction, not of simple survival, but of something more complex. A potential bridge between two seemingly incompatible species. Hana's damaged communication device began uploading complex data streams, mission logs, tactical information, potential weaknesses in the Krell invasion strategy that no human intelligence could have discovered. "Why help us?" Yunji asked, her medical scanner continuing its careful examination. Hana's response was simple, yet profound. "Because survival is more than killing. It's understanding." The emergency lighting flickered. Distant mechanical sounds of Krell patrol ships created a tense background rhythm. In this moment, 3 beings from different worlds found a connection more powerful than any weapon. Survival. Understanding. Hope. Thanks for listening. The abandoned communication hub glowed with an eerie blue light, its damaged systems now a canvas of human innovation and alien technology. Gi-woo's fingers moved like a conductor, weaving through complex holographic interfaces that flickered between human and Krell communication protocols. "We've got one chance," he muttered, sweat beading on his forehead. Hana stood beside him, her damaged exoskeleton now partially repaired, displaying intricate technological patterns that seemed to pulse with an almost living energy. The massive communication array, once a primary relay for the entire Proxima 9 colony, now became their most critical weapon. Yunji monitored the biochemical agent she'd developed. It wasn't a weapon of destruction, but of temporary neural disruption. Weeks of careful research, mixing human medical knowledge with fragments of Krell biological data, had created something unprecedented. The plan was audacious, impossible, brilliant. They would hack the Krell communication network, inject a specialized neural disruptor, and create a window of opportunity for human survival. Each movement was calculated, each decision balanced on the knife's edge between potential success and total annihilation. Outside, Krell patrol ships continued their methodical search, massive crystalline vessels that moved like liquid metal against the starry backdrop. Their scanning systems were designed to detect the slightest energy signature, to eliminate any potential threat. But they hadn't counted on Gi-woo's engineering skills. Neural pathway synchronization at 67%, Hana reported, her communication systems translating complex alien data into human-readable formats. Disruption sequence approaching critical point. The maintenance tunnel around them felt like the heart of a technological storm. Salvaged equipment, modified communication modules, emergency power cells. Each piece became part of an impossible machine. Ji-woo's modified communication device began to pulse, not with human frequencies, but with a complex algorithmic pattern that mimicked Krell communication protocols. It was digital camouflage at its most sophisticated level. "They'll never see this coming," Yunji whispered, her medical scanner tracking the potential impact of their biochemical agent. Hana's damaged. Communication implant began to reveal deeper sec. The cold metal floor pressed against Giwu's back as he adjusted the makeshift radiation detector he'd cobbled together from scavenged communication modules. Proxima 9 mining colony wasn't just quiet. It was a graveyard of broken dreams and shattered technology. Yunji sat nearby, her fingers carefully organizing the last of their medical supplies: 3 antiseptic patches, 2 emergency plasma injectors, and a single dose of universal antibiotic compound. Outside the narrow maintenance tunnel, the alien patrol ships hummed with an eerie mechanical precision. Their sleek titanium-like hulls reflected the dim starlight, creating ghostly shadows that danced across the destroyed colony's landscape. Giwu remembered the invasion like it was yesterday, massive crystalline ships descending from the sky, energy weapons turning entire habitat modules into molten slag in seconds. "We've got maybe 3 standard cycles of food left," he whispered, checking their emergency ration pack. The military-grade nutrient cubes were bland, but designed to keep humans alive in extreme conditions. Yunji nodded, her eyes reflecting, a mix of exhaustion and determination that had kept them alive when hundreds of other colonists had been captured or killed. The Krell weren't just another alien species. They were technological predators who viewed human colonies as nothing more than resource extraction opportunities. Their ships moved like liquid mercury, their weapons could slice through reinforced asteroid-grade plating, and their soldiers were genetically engineered killing machines. A distant metallic screech echoed through the tunnels. Giwu's hand immediately went to the modified plasma cutter, now serving as their primary weapon. It wasn't much, but combined with Unji's strategic thinking, it had kept them alive for weeks. "Remember the crawler drone?" Yunji asked, a slight smile breaking through her tired expression. Giwu chuckled softly. During the initial invasion, Giwu had reprogrammed a mining maintenance drone, turning it into a sophisticated sensor and distraction device. That little machine had saved their lives multiple times, drawing Krell patrol units away from their hiding spots. The colony itself was a testament to human resilience. Proxima 9 wasn't just a mining outpost, it was humanity's furthest frontier. Settlement, located in a star system that most star charts considered high-risk zone. Advanced sensor arrays, automated defense systems, and modular habitat designs made it a jewel of human expansion. Now it was nothing more than a graveyard. Jai Wu's engineering background and Yunji's medical training made them an unusual survival team. Where most would have given up, they continued adapting, learning, and fighting. The maintenance tunnels they now called home were a complex network of life support systems, data conduits, and emergency escape routes, a labyrinth that confused even the most advanced Krell tracking systems. "We're not just surviving," Giwu whispered, checking the solar radiation levels on his modified tracker. "We're going to find a way out." Yunji understood. Survival wasn't just about staying alive. It was about maintaining hope. Their parents, both veteran space engineers, had taught them that human adaptability was the greatest weapon in the universe. The colony's emergency backup generators still pulsed weakly, providing minimal power to their hidden sanctuary. Occasionally, holographic fragments would flicker, memories of bustling corridors, laughing colonists, and the dreams of interstellar exploration. Outside, a Krell patrol ship moved slowly, its anti-gravity systems creating rippling heat signatures against the starry background. Its scanning beams swept methodically, searching for any remaining human signatures. But Giwu and Yunji had become masters of technological camouflage, using everything from thermal blockers to electromagnetic scramblers. Their survival kit was a marvel of human innovation. Compressed emergency shelters, multi-spectrum communication devices, nano-repair medical kits. Each item represented years of technological advancement, compressed into survival essentials. As the ship's scanning beam passed overhead, Giwu and Yunji held their breath. One wrong move, one misplaced energy signature, and they'd be discovered. But they were Rodriguez's siblings. Giving up was never an option. "Thanks," for listening. The maintenance corridor stretched before Giwu like a metallic snake, its emergency lighting flickering with each cautious step. His modified plasma cutter hung loosely in his right hand, its makeshift energy cell humming with potential danger. Scavenging missions were always risky, but they were their only chance of survival. Yunji's voice crackled through the short-range communicator. Thermal signatures ahead. Move carefully. Her medical training and sensor expertise had become their lifeline in this alien-dominated wasteland. The corridor opened into a massive storage chamber, once a pristine maintenance hub, now a battlefield of twisted metal and shattered technology. Mechanical debris crunched beneath Giwu's reinforced boots. Scattered fragments of Krell equipment told a story of recent conflict. Energy weapon scorches, fractured biomechanical interfaces, and strange crystalline components that seemed to pulse with an unnatural light. Something moved in the shadows. Giwu froze. His engineering instincts kicked in, analyzing, calculating, preparing. The movement wasn't mechanical, it was organic. Injured, alive. A low groan echoed through the chamber. Not human, not entirely Krell either. The creature lay partially buried under a collapsed maintenance panel. Its exoskeleton, a complex mesh of biological and technological components, showed signs of severe damage. Metallic blood-like substance leaked from multiple puncture wounds, creating intricate patterns on the chamber floor. For a moment, survival instinct battled with something deeper. Something human. The alien was female, at least by Krell biological standards. Her breathing came in irregular mechanical pulses. One of her environmental adaptation limbs was completely severed, hanging by a complex network of bioneural connectors. Her eyes, if they could be called eyes, were a swirling mix of organic matter and technological implants. She noticed Giwu. No aggression, just survival. Human, she spoke. The language was broken, a mix of translated communication protocols and basic linguistic patterns. Help! Giwu's hand tightened on the plasma cutter. Every survival protocol he knew screamed to eliminate the potential threat. But something stopped him. Perhaps it was the vulnerability. Perhaps it was the unexpected humanity in her voice. Communication wasn't impossible. The Krell had advanced translation technologies, and this survivor seemed different from the typical invasion forces. Name? Giwu asked, keeping his distance. Hana, she responded. The name sounded almost gentle, unexpected from a species, known for brutal conquests. Her communication device sparked, revealing fragmented data streams. Giwu recognized technological signatures. She was an outlier, a scout, perhaps even a dissident within her own complex social structure. The chamber itself told a story of recent conflict. Scattered Krell communication modules, advanced sensor equipment, fragments of what appeared to be experimental navigation systems. This wasn't a standard patrol zone. This was something more. Hana's breathing became more labored. Her technological components were failing. Without intervention, she would die, a fact that would normally bring satisfaction to any human survivor. But Giwu saw something else. Intelligence, vulnerability, potential.